Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
Welcome to Nevada Newsmakers. On the broadcast today, we're joined by John Katsilometes. He is the daily entertainment columnist for the Las Vegas Review-Journal, and boy, does he have a lot to talk about. Here for the whole show on an all-new Nevada Newsmakers.
As you know, Reno is booming. Toll's development company is helping it grow with insightful design and development, building community with every project, adding beauty, adding excitement, emphasizing our shared humanity. Reno is becoming bigger. Toll's development is helping it become better, more livable, more enjoyable. To learn more, go to tollsdevelopment.com. tollsdevelopment.com.
Story County is leading Nevada. Home of the Tahoe Reno Industrial Center, Google, Tesla, Panasonic, and other world-leading companies. Story County provides thousands of tech, advanced manufacturing, and logistics careers for Nevadans. We're diversifying and driving Nevada's economy and generating millions in tax revenue and billions in economic activity across northern Nevada. Story County is leading Nevada's future.
Save money and take transit. Did you know you can ride the bus all day for less than what it would cost you for a gallon of gas? Plan your trip now by going to rtcwashoe.com.
For 50 years, Nevada Heating has been keeping people comfortable in their homes. At Nevada Heating, call the Do It Right guys and get the heat back on today. Call us today and we'll fix it today. That's the Nevada Heating way. Why freeze for days on end when Nevada Heating can get your furnace fixed today? Call us today and we'll fix it today at 323-5585 or schedule us on our website at nevadaheating.com.
Forget the weather outside, there's a blizzard of points inside the Carson Valley Inn during the 15 million points giveaways. Drawings every Thursday and Saturday, including 4 1 million point winners guaranteed. And don't miss the 2 million point grand prize giveaways. It's the 15 million points giveaways at the Carson Valley Inn.
This is Nevada Newsmakers with host Sam Shad, a no-holds-barred political forum. Now, from the Nevada Newsmakers broadcast headquarters, here is Sam Shad.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we're delighted to welcome back to the program the daily entertainment columnist for the Las Vegas Review-Journal, John Katsilometes. Pleasure to have you back on the program, sir.
Good to see you, Sam.
All right, so I got to ask you about several events that have occurred recently that just seemed stellar beyond stellar. And the first one is the Fontainebleau F1 party. That just seemed like everybody who was anybody on the planet was there.
It was, I'll tell you, it was the F1 experience. God, it's funny, Sam, it seems like it was forever ago, but the F1 party for Fontainebleau arrived at the time that the Fontainebleau was about opening anyway. So it was a major event, and the Fontainebleau has since welcomed quite a few major parties, including its opening party with Paul Anka and Justin Timberlake. They had New Year's Eve with Post Malone. They had 2 parties over the Super Bowl that were hosted by Mark Davis. And they're hosting the UNLV College of Fine Arts Hall of Fame in a month, on April 2nd, actually. So they have become Party Central, Fontainebleau Event Central, both in Blue Live Theater and in its 6th floor ballroom space, where they've built facilities for shows and parties upstairs for private events. So it's become it's a regal destination, no question about it.
Well, it's a beautiful property, but all right, so I want to dig a little deeper here into that particular one, if you can recall, because you're right, it's been a few weeks ago now. But it just, Elaine Wynn was there. The list of top name people that are not associated normally business-wise with the Fontainebleau, it seemed like the royalty of Las Vegas turned out.
I think Sam, you might be talking about the party that was the night before the Super Bowl. That's the one,
yes.
That's the one where I was, Elaine Wynn. Yeah, that was the Super Bowl. They called it the dinner show at the Fontainebleau. I think that's the one we're talking about.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was two different ones, but yeah, that was the one. I'm sorry, that was the one with the lane win, right?
That one had Jeff Soper there, all the owners of the NFL franchise. This is one I attended. That Lady Gaga performed, Diana
Yes.
Ross performed at this one, Jay Leno performed at this one, Wanda Sykes was involved. This was the Saturday before the Super Bowl. And the idea of this, what Fontainebleau was able to do, and what they did on this occasion was build in their, I think it's called the Palace Ballroom on the 6th floor. They built a showroom in there for basically Super Bowl weekend. And it was Mark Davis's idea to create what was like a Circus Maximus at Caesar's Palace or Copa Room at the Sands. And so we had all the owners and all the major figures. We had Governor Lombardo there, we had former Governor Sandoval there, Wayne Newton on hand. I talked to Jerry Jones of the Cowboys. I was sitting across from Billy Gibbons of ZZ Top, and Don Felder of the Eagles were at my table. That was a kind of crowd we were looking at this one. Then the night of the Super Bowl, Davis did it again, and he had a party there that was called the Super Jam, and the guitarist Orianthi, Cindy Blackman Santana was out there playing. Billy Gibbons again was performing. Sheila E. was in that room. Those were on consecutive nights during the Super Bowl. So yeah, it was a lot of heavy duty celebrity and wealth in the room, especially that Saturday party. There were many billionaires in the venue that night.
Never a bad thing to be able to say. Now, the Fountain View, I've only been in there for lunch, and it was a really quick visit, but it is a beautiful property, obviously. But there have been lots of reports about business being a little slow there. But isn't that normal for a property that's not associated, like Resorts World is, with a whole bunch of different chains, so they had an automatic listing to be able to book rooms there? Is that not the issue? And because of the Koch family money, isn't that not going to be an issue going forward because they'll have time to be able to build that list?
Yeah, that's an excellent point. What they've been counting on is to create a destination unto itself for Fontainebleau in Las Vegas, and their only existing partner hotel is their original hotel in Miami, on Miami Beach. And what you have then is you need a lot of revenue, and that buys you time to create a database of customers that you can tap into for repeat business in Las Vegas. If you go back, a lot of these hotels have had a period of time where business was soft after they opened. I think of the Cosmopolitan's a very good example. If you remember that, it took a while for them to get up and running effectively. A lot of hotels didn't find their groove in Las Vegas for maybe even up to a year. So I think that's what's happening with Fontainebleau. As long as they have revenue and patience over there, I think they're going to be all right. It's a gorgeous place. It's a big place. It's not Sam, the type of place you incidentally walk into. It's not like where you're in the middle of the strip and you walk in, and you happen upon the Horseshoe or Paris, Las Vegas, or the Flamingo. It's not pedestrians. It's not a great pedestrian corridor. And they're going after a lot of high-end customers, a high volume of high-end luxury clientele. And that's going to take time to lure a massive amount of people to sustain the hotel over time. I think what they would I would suggest they announce another headliner soon for Blue Light Theater. We only have Third Eye Blind, and we also have Live with Kelly and Mark in there for 2 days this week. That's going to help generate some activity. But I think that would be a good idea. Their nightclub has Calvin Harris, who's one of the biggest names in the DJ world. He's a superstar. He's got repeat dates through this year. And their restaurants are game changers. They have great food. They have great restaurants, a great culinary program, and great art. And, it's a very fancy place in a neighborhood that is still evolving. And it's got a beach kind of theme with no ocean. and they're trying to find their way that way too. But I'm optimistic for the Fontainebleau. I think the amount of investment and the thought that went into that, and the amount of patience in running up to the opening will pay off eventually.
Do you think that down the road that properties are going to have to build internal transportation so that, you know, because they're so vast that to walk from one end of the property to the other just to take a look at it is a half a day. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, a really good point. And because the tourism, you know, a lot of the tourists and visitors to these hotels are kind of older anyway, it's a good option to have. I'll tell you a story. I went to the commissioner's party, this is again over the Super Bowl, at the Wynn Encore, and they had it out of their event pavilion outside of Encore. And it is a fair hike from that space back to the casino. It's a long walk down that ballroom corridor on the Encore side of Wynn Encore. And it's a lot of time when you're at the event, standing around and walking too. When I was walking out of that event back to, I parked in self-parking at the Wynn, a long way away. I was walking down the long hallway, and to my left, there were golf carts taking people from the pavilion back to the casino. Like not just one, but it was a rotation of them. And I thought that is a really good idea. That was the first weekend they had done that at the Wynn, but I can see, you know, maybe some sort of mobile option for customers who want to get around these places. And Fontainebleau is a very good example of that. It's wide open. Fontainebleau reminds me of, you know, like you've ever been through Denver International Airport.
Yes.
And you know what I mean? I'm walking through there and I'm like, where's my gate? I think that would be worth investigating, at least some sort of smaller, you know, whether it's just everybody's in scooters or carts or some way, because the more mobile you are, the more commerce you can execute.
Correct.
You know,
Absolutely.
You can't spend a lot of money when you're lurching around the hotel, you know. I think it would pay off in the long run, really.
Well, Jane M. Morrison years ago, when City Center was built, and she did her review of it, said some seats would be nice because MGM had built this fabulous city center, but there was nowhere to sit. And she and her mom were walking around there, and I think they eventually put in benches because of her article in the RJ.
Yeah, very good point. Yeah, I think sometimes you forget about that very point. You know, this is a visit to a resort. It's not survival of the fittest. And again, we have, you know, I'm seeing in shows, you know, I go to a lot of shows, and or even in restaurants, you know, wherever I'm out at these resorts, and more we say that the visitors to Las Vegas are skewing younger generally, and that's true, but there is an older set that insists, you know, they're still coming out here, and their mobility becomes compromised. We have people, you know, in their 80s all the time in Las Vegas trying to, you know, get around to things. And I go into venues, showrooms, or even arenas where, you know, that has become an issue. The ADA, the comfort of your customer is becoming a high priority, and that has to be factored in, I think, when you design or redesign a resort or a resort venue.
Exactly. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More on the entertainment scene in Las Vegas after this timeout.
Welcome to the Winnemucca Big R.
Hi, I'm John Walker. Welcome to Big R Lovelock.
Hi, I'm Rich Martin. Welcome to Fallon Big R.
My name is Braden. Welcome to Big R Fernley.
Hi, I'm Kelly. Welcome to Big R Sparks.
What do you count on? You count on your power every day. At NV Energy, we've always powered what's important to you, but we're not looking at the past. We're focused on the future. While our standards are high, our rates will remain low. And our commitment to renewables isn't just meeting standards, but leading the way. Because you can count on more than just your power. You can count on the company who brings it to you. That's our promise. You can count on it.
The Nevada Builders Alliance has been protecting the interests of the construction industry for over 50 years. Our programs save members thousands of dollars every year and allow them to provide much-needed benefits to their employees. Our industry also allows Nevada to grow. If you're thinking about a career in the construction industry, reach out. And if you haven't thought of a career in construction, what are you waiting for? We are the Nevada Builders Alliance.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with John Katsilometes. He is the daily entertainment columnist for the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the #1 read column every day in that paper around the world. So there was a celebration at Wynn in the last week or so for Wayne Newton. What was that like? Because I know that the Wynn folks were just really excited to put this on and pay tribute to Wayne.
Yeah, you're right about that. And they were excited. And there was what happened was Craig Billings, the head of the CEO of Wynn Encore, went to see Wayne Newton's show at the Flamingo at what used to be called Bugsy's Cabaret, which is now named Wayne Newton Theater when Wayne is in it, and the Ex-Burlesque Theater when the other show, the adult review, is in it after him. So Wayne's been there for a couple of years, and he runs a regular residency, 3 or 4 nights a week, which would be 3 nights a week usually. So Craig goes to see Wayne about a year ago, and Wayne tells the story of his career in the show, and it's really powerful to have him in the room, in an intimate setting, about 300, 350 seat place. And Craig out of it, he meets with Wayne afterwards, says, "We have to do something for you at our hotel. We have to honor you some way." And Wayne says, "Great, I would love that." So that very simple idea, it took about, roughly a year to get it all assembled and find the right way to do it and the right place to do it. And they decided on Delilah, the supper club at Wynn. Beautifully appointed place. It's a gorgeous room. They have nightly entertainment in there, singers, and it's beautiful, regal again. So Wayne goes in, and he's now, mind you, Wayne is still a Caesars Entertainment individual. He's under contract to perform at the Flamingo. So what they did was they just simply said, "We're going to have a dinner party and invite a hard list of people to come in and honor Wayne and have some entertainment and let him sing Viva Las Vegas at the end." So that's what it was. We had Mayor Goodman and Oscar Goodman gave him a proclamation making it Wayne Newton Day. All the Wynn dignitaries were there, and Wayne was paid tribute by Kelly Clinton Holmes, got up and did something for her, who's been a backup singer for Wayne for years. Her first job in the 80s was a backup singer. She was on his part of his cast. The Bronx Wanderers, Vinny and Vincent John Adinolfi, did a song. They had a band up there, and Wayne got to sing at the end. So it was a really unusual and organic way to honor him. There was some discussion of maybe doing a big red carpet event and making it a huge deal, and they decided to just have the event and nod to Wayne that way. And the hotel had never done that before, and he was really touched by it. Wayne really thought it was a very important item in his career. And Wayne has generally been in huge, high demand over the past several months, as you know, with all the events we've had here. So that was, one of the great nights we've had here, actually.
Had you caught, because I know it just started airing last night, the CNN Story of Las Vegas series that they just kicked off? Did you get a chance to see the first episode?
I watched the first episode last night, yes.
Oh, okay. What did you think of that?
I thought it was, I had a few thoughts about it. I loved the archival footage and the audio that they captured. I like those, reliving the past. They're going in chronological order, of course. This is the beginning of it. It was, an old Wild West town, and the very beginning of the city is charted. I think it is a good place to keep our history of Las Vegas together in a very accurate and responsible way. It's pretty entertaining. I can't say that living here as long as I have, there was any ground broken that there's nothing in there that was new to me. but I think it's a good place for people who are outside of Las Vegas to learn about the city. And I like the voices in it. We have Michael Green in there, David Schwartz is part of it. The historians of the city, Wayne is in it. A number of people, my colleague Mike Weatherford is, and I was glad to see him speaking about the Rat Pack. Wayne, Mike spent a long time at the RJ himself. We'll see. I just think it's a good way to learn about the city and be entertained at the same time. And I think it'll be good for Las Vegas. I would like to have seen it actually timed earlier, when maybe around the F1 time or when the Super Bowl was running up. To kind of, because this seems a little bit after the fact and one of our hottest periods ever in the city. But I don't know if they're going to even include that information in the series. I don't know when it was recorded. But I liked it. I like that CNN is doing it, and it's just another way for Las Vegas to get its image out there to the world.
One of the things that surprised me, I knew about the Moulin Rouge, but I was surprised it was only open for 6 months. I didn't realize that it had collapsed financially at the end of only 6 months.
Yeah, that's really we did an anniversary story about the Moulin Rouge years ago when I was at the Sun, and I learned about it then, and I was like, are you sure? It seems like it would have been open for years, the impact that it had and the legacy that it left. But yeah, a 6-month run, and that was something that was interesting, that they couldn't get the financing to get it out of that first 6 months, because who knows what would have happened. But yeah, it certainly is an icon of Las Vegas, even just in that very brief period.
It could have changed the entire face of the historic West Side if it had survived.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I drive by there a lot, that site when I go into the office, and it would have. Now they're trying to replicate the vibe of the Moulin Rouge in a lot of places today. At classic Las Vegas. I just imagine what a resort would be like on Bonanza Road where it was located. Here, I live near there. And it would have done a lot to gentrify that area. A lot. That's a very challenged area today. The Moulin Rouge itself has been completely taken down. Its sign is at the Neon Boneyard now. And what would have been, right? It's kind of a missed opportunity historically for us.
Yeah, to say the least. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More on Las Vegas entertainment after this time out.
Safety is the #1 priority for the trucking industry. Over $7 billion a year is spent on technology like this electronic eye that will apply the brakes automatically. But the most important factor for safety is the truck driver. These hardworking men and women who safely move over 70% of our nation's freight and 94% of Nevada's. We thank you, because trucks move America forward.
Pro Group Management offers workers' comp services to a growing number of industries. As businesses grow and change with the times, the need for a solid workers' comp program must be flexible and up to date. The evolving nature of regulations can make staying ahead of complex tasks challenging. But Pro Group Management simplifies the work so your industry can move forward and succeed. Pro Group Management, workers' comp that works for you.
Retail's impact on Nevada's economy? Enormous. 8,600 businesses, large and small, employing 145,000 workers. And last fiscal year, retail paid tax on nearly $60 billion in sales. We're the Retail Association of Nevada. We support retail, we help it grow, and we mean business.
RANNV.org.
This is Nevada Newsmakers.
And back on Nevada Newsmakers, we continue our conversation with John Katsilometes. He is the daily entertainment columnist for the Las Vegas Review-Journal. The Sphere. This has become the most iconic thing ever. I mean, we've seen lots of iconic things, from the Mirage volcano to Luxor in its day, etc. But the Sphere is just unbelievable.
Yeah, you're right. It's still the talk of the town. Having opened in September with the U2 show, it's still front and center. And when I'm asked about Las Vegas, when I leave Las Vegas and I'm asked about Las Vegas, that's usually the thing that they ask about first, is the Sphere. Have you been to the Sphere? And I don't know what to say other than it's kind of mind blowing. It's changed not only our landscape, but what we can offer in terms of ancillary entertainment and entertainment being produced inside. It's truly a remarkable place. I can't wait to get back in there. And they've got that's another place I hope they announce another show here pretty soon. But we have U2 closing out this weekend, on Friday and Saturday. And then we have Dead and Company and Fish are the next two bands to come in. And a Postcard from Earth, the theatrical show, which is actually the way to see the Sphere in its full blossom.
Yes.
That show. They use everything. I recommend seeing the Sphere to anybody. See Postcard first, to really get an idea, and then you can go and watch your favorite music act if you can get into it at some other point. But I don't know what it's changed our skyline. It's changed what we can do in terms of drawing entertainment to Las Vegas. It's just another big thing that we offer, and I'm impressed by it. It exceeded my expectations, that's for sure.
We will be down in Las Vegas taping in May. I hope to see you then, my friend, and I will look forward to it. Thank you so much, as always, for doing this.
Anytime, Sam. It's always a pleasure to spend time with you.
Thank you, and we'll be right back. We're at Tamarack Casino at Nevada Steak with Chef Mike Mahoney. You have fabulous food here. This halibut is extraordinary.
The halibut was awesome. It was fun to cook. You get a nice sear on top, and then we base that with a little bit of butter and garlic and herbs and stuff. It's fabulous. It's a lot of butter. It looks really good, and it tastes even better. I'm trying this, which is the crab cake. You've got this crispy coating on the outside. What is that? Actually, that's cornflakes.
Huh?
Cornflakes.
Really?
Yes, sir. The crispiness of the cornflake just adds more crispiness to the already, crispy crab cake. It's awesome.
It's my favorite, and I'm a crab cake fanatic. Okay, this I just tried for the first time. It's ahi tuna in a whole different way.
Ahi tuna, it's a tuna tartare. It's ground up. We mix it with a little bit of spicy mayo, a little avocado puree, and our house-made ponzu sauce in there as well.
It tastes to me like sushi without the rice. It's got all the flavorings, but it's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it's amazing.
All right, ribeye steak.
Ribeye steak, classic. Harris Ranch, certified Angus beef. You can't go wrong with a good steak here.
No, and that ribeye is particularly good. Again, we tried that earlier. It is fabulous. Yeah. The wedge salad. I love a wedge salad that comes with a giant hunk of bacon on it. So you've got healthy and you've got bacon.
A little bit of indulgence. Yeah, a little indulge. What's great about this one is the bacon is cooked fresh to order for every single salad, so it's nice and hot.
Folks, you've got to come to Tamarack, the casino in South Reno. It is a fabulous place to begin with. It's made even more fabulous by Nevada Steak and your great food. Thank you for inviting us, and we will be coming back over and over because I'm in love with this tuna, I'm in love with the crab cake, well, the ribeyes, well, the halibut. It's all good, folks.
Just about everything.
Thanks for watching Nevada Newsmakers. You can catch us online 24 hours a day at nevadanewsmakers.com, or you can download the podcast wherever you like to get your podcast. We'll see you on the next broadcast.